Welcome everybody to the two-man power trip, the black man starting the nerd lifestyle. I'm Nicholas, Mr. Go with the Flow.
And I'm the man with the plan, Maurice.
And we're back with another edition of the Blerd By Nature Podcast. What is up?
What's good, girls? What's good? How you been?
All good. Shout outs to the Black Anime Podcast number 202 in the building. Let's start it off. Let's chat it up. What you been up to?
Man, so interesting. Let's see. So work sucks. The nerves. Outside of that, it's been a lot. Personal stuff. And general fun stuff in between when time permits.
True that. So this has been a while since we've been recording.
Yeah.
So going all the way back to some wedding recap time. So the last time we recorded was probably like the week before the time to head out for the wedding. So now we are recording in the post-wedding bliss of my man's Eli out here. So he's taking himself a wife. It's amazing. I got a new sister out here, Tatiana. So big respect and big shout outs to them. Yep. Big congrats. Recapping, going back to the adventures of the wedding weekend, pretty much. We left out Thursday morning. We was all set and ready. By the time we got in, we only had time really to pick up snacks. We headed on to the plane. It was Kenya's first time on the plane in a while. She did perfectly fine.
Did you give her a window seat?
Yeah, she picked the window seat. Okay. I talked to her before that and all that stuff. The plane was packed, so we had picked our stuff beforehand, and she picked the window seat. She raised the window completely up, so she watched that whole thing travel off. So she said it completely calms her. So I was fine. I was surprised on her. Yeah, I was surprised on the reverse thing, but when she started to see it, when you know how the calming experience of the plane going towards the runway, and then you literally hear the speed start to pick up, and then it starts to lift off. I had her hand and she was holding on to mine, and then by the time it lifted off, she just had that pressure in her stomach when it like kind of lifted up. Yeah. But then once it settled, it was all good, and the ride over didn't have any turbulence or anything, so it was good on there. But then after, like, when we actually got through the trip, it became like super chaotic. So on the plane itself, the travel time was supposed to be 6 hours, but we got there like an hour earlier, and we got our bags and everything was set. So we touched down within like about the 5 hour set, but when we got there, we got our bags and everything. Plans got flipped around, and then Eli's dad had to pick us up. So we waited. Since traffic was crazy bad that day, somehow it was like Thursday. We got there around.
I've heard that's a norm for Cali, so
it is, but it was really bad that day. It was like Thursday around like 1 o'clock, so you'd think people would be at work or some shit. And then when we got our bags and everything, I was texted by Elijah that said his dad was going to pick us up. So we was waiting around, and his dad got there eventually. We waited for about an hour sitting out there and just chilling, and then his dad pulled up, and then we started heading out. Now the first thing we wanted to do was try to get something to eat and stuff like that. But the issue, yeah, definitely. So the issue at the time though was that when he started to drive us into where we were supposed to head to the house first, or at least head somewhere to like get something to eat after the traffic. But traffic was so bad that it only takes them about like 50 minutes from the airport to get to their house in Chino Hills. And the problem was that the traffic was so bad, it actually took us about 2 hours plus.
Sound like y'all hit the lunch rush.
Yeah, that was super weird, because by the time he picked us up, it was like 2-3 o'clock. So by the time we hit the house, it was like 5, and then we was in such a rush. He was already picking up KFC, so like we kind of couldn't like deviate or anything. The first thing I was trying to do was get in and out, so she could get that experience and stuff like that. But we couldn't make that stop, so he picked up KFC, and then we went along the ways. After we got the food, we kind of had to rush eat it in the car, because like once we got out of the traffic of the 2 hours, we went to go pick up KFC, and then right after that we went like straight to the house, because all we had time to do was kind of put down our suitcases. But then at the same time, we had like 5 minutes to like rush out, because we had to go to the rehearsal, which we knew nothing about going into. I thought I was getting picked up by Elijah, and then I thought I was gonna get my suit directly, so that just kind of threw everything out of whack. So once all we had time to do was kind of wolf down the food that we had, and then kind of spray, and then instantly go off to the church for the rehearsals and stuff like that. And then when we got into the church for the rehearsals, that's where I saw the homie Daniel. I saw Elijah and Tatiana getting prepared and stuff like that. They was already on the podium, and they was showing us where to stand and everything. And that's where we get the I want to say famous / infamous photo of how me and Kenya was looking at the church. How it looked like we was judging people and shit because we was like,
so that's what the reference for that photo was.
Yeah, we was half dead at that point.
Gotcha.
Like we didn't even know that was from Elijah's mom. Shout outs to mom too. Like she took a picture of us. We didn't even know. We was just listening into to how the setup was, but we was like half dead in there. So they took a picture. We didn't know they was taking a picture of us. So I was completely off guard.
Yeah, and I was wondering the context. Of
we was in church. That what made it even funnier. That was a church.
Yeah, and I saw that. I was like, oh, what's going on? I was like, what are y'all looking at? What is going on?
It was literally them giving us the rehearsal proceeding and shit like that. But I was like, I didn't take it. Like everybody was in the car, and then Kenya took a nap while we was on the 2-hour thing, and I was trying to make sure we could figure out where the hell we could get food and next and shit like that. And I didn't expect us to be like 2 hours in traffic. So I didn't take no nap. So I was like half dead in that thing trying to figure out, whatever left, right, and center we could do. So after that situation went by, after we finished the rehearsals and everything, we went to Tatiana's family's house for dinner. So we went from like one spot to the next spot. We went there for dinner. We had dinner. Then after that, we went to a late night showing for the Dragon Ball Super movie. So we saw that for the first time. It was a large group of us. It's from me, Kenya, Tatiana, Elijah, our friend Chris, another hilarious homie Corey, Daniel. We was all there, and we was Gucci. So that movie was great. After we finished that off, the next day it was also chaotic because I had to wake up early, and then me, Daniel, Tatiana, and Elijah went out to go pick up all the wedding outfits that we had to get ready for. We had to get ready for the day, and then after that we had to pick up the food for the bachelorette pool party that was going down. Pool party was lit. People in there. That's when I knew we met all the different kind of Cali folk. That's when we knew that if you was in Cali, you gotta like sing and dance and shit like that, because everybody was singing like they lives depended on it out there, and it got crazy. But that was a good time in general. And the space that they have out there in the background, they got a jacuzzi set up, they got the pool set up, they got the fire pit, they got the bar lounge and everything, and it's like overlooking the hills and everything. If you see in the photos, everything was super nice. So that was super fun. We had a good time, and that had us like up until like super late. But then after that, we the next day over, we all getting ready for the wedding itself. So we all getting prepped up, we all getting everything all fixed up, suited and booted. Me and Daniel is the best men that have to usher people in, say hi. So we was on our feet for like hours and stuff like that. And then we're also standing behind Elijah. I'm giving his vows, so he's ready with the ceremony. Everything, the ceremony was absolutely beautiful. I gave in the vows when Elijah was ready, and he was giving his stuff. Shout outs to Tatiana for she was definitely setting everything in place, and then Elijah's sister was MC and setting everything up together. So they collabed on that stuff, and they made a wonderful like ceremony and everything. And Elijah, like the day before, Tatiana was telling us that she was gonna use a song so good that she was gonna make Elijah cry, and she hit it right on the money, because at first it was her dad's idea. Which when we met Tatiana's dad, he played apparently he's a former I think New York Mets player, and he passed, like, he was super celebrity and big time in baseball. He was passed to like different spots altogether. So meeting him, he was a super clown. He was joking around. He was a great guy. That's you awesome. Could tell super personality. But like the first thing that he suggested to Tatiana as a big joke to all of us, because he knows how in nerd culture we are. Like before she came out, the first thing that was played was the Imperial March from Star Wars for the Emperor. So you know that like the evil music was coming down for your wife to come out. That shit had us dying at first, and then she changed it up. and then she walked down to Kingdom Hearts, and yo, that shit at that moment when I heard that and I looked back at Elijah, he was already crumbling, and then me seeing him crumble almost made me crumble too, and I was like, oh damn, she got the both of us on that shit, because she didn't tell us exactly what it was. She just said it was gonna fuck him up, and I was like, yep, she knew exactly like the perfection of that shit. So that was hot money. They came down and they said wonderful vows and stuff like that. They had connected to each other, and then they had something that I really not attest to in some wedding circumstances and stuff like that. But they was doing the washing of each other's feet, like how Jesus washed the disciples' feet and stuff like that. It was like amazing. I never had seen that before. They did a whole...
I've only heard of it. I've never seen it.
They did a whole concert, like a small concert performance and everything, and we passed the rings, and they got married. Like, everything was really top notch. And shout outs to my boy, because like it's amazing to truly really be up there after like 20 years of friendship, to really see your mans get married and shit like that. It's crazy, especially like being right up and like right beside him for the whole situation. So that was a whole blast. They took pictures. We was with them in the park taking pictures and everything. Everything was nice. We came back to the house where they had the reception. Reception was lit. I love, shout outs to the homie Chris, because he was the blackest DJ playing the blackest shit. It was super lit. Homie brought the soju. They brought the liquor out. They was wilding. They was mixtures of black, white, all types of people getting everybody drunk. She was super lit. The reception was great. The dances was great. They played Suave Mente. They mixed all types of music. Going out there, they played the Selena. This shit was a perfect time, and especially like when you get to that background in Chino Hills and you look over like all the lights out and the city and looking out all the lights, and the way how Cali is set up over there, that you could look out into the sky and see all the stars. Like, shit was amazing. At nighttime, that shit was
great.
That shit was beautiful. So that win was great, and everything was set up so nice. And then after being on our feet for hours, and then being dressed up in all the nice outfits, and then dancing the night away, then we slept. Then we got up super early because we had to go to Disney. Bro, when I tell you, my legs was on fire. I was getting fucked up by the whole experience, because we got up early, and then it was the longest time I've ever spent at a theme park. Like, we went there at 10 o'clock, and we was out there from 10 o'clock, and then we didn't leave Disney until like 1 a.m.
Well, so at least you got your workout in that week.
Oh, fuck. Big time. I mean, I worked out before I went on the trip, so I go in there, and
that's what you get.
I knew I had to put in some games before, regardless, because I got my week set up. But still, nonetheless, I went there, and boy, we went through so many like different coasters and shit like that. Everything was lit. Like the Space Mountain ride was that shit. Nah, son, that shit was in the dark, and that picture they took of us was like towards the end of the ride, but like everything was in the dark, so you couldn't see how crazy that shit was going until like the very end. And I saw when it flashed at us, but I had like no change in my face, and everybody was hilarious in that photo. So that shit made the cake of that shit. But like, yo, the time in Disney was great. But like between the last 2 hours I spent in the Disney, my legs was cramping up, so all the time we spent like running from park to park really messed me up. So thank God we had that Monday to recover and absolutely do nothing. The only down part is that like we had no time to really get any like legit Cali food basically out there. So that kind of threw that out of whack. But other than that, like it was a nice time to see everybody in Cali and stuff like that. And it was a short trip in general. So definitely gonna be back, eventually and stuff like that. Cali's a second home because I've been there about like 7-8 times. So it's all right. So that was cool. That was a good time and stuff like that. And then basically coming back was kind of just catching up on everything. And then we had our weekend travels and stuff like that.
Yeah. So First, before you left, we had the Aki Foodie Adventure.
Yes. Going all the way back. Yeah, we did go and get bacon, egg, and cheese Aki style and chopped cheese Aki style. That was an adventure. Shout outs to Raw Money and the gang. Even though Raw Money wasn't there, the gang knew what was up. You just tell them you want it the Aki way, and they give it to you the Aki way.
Yep, and this slapped. It slapped.
It definitely slapped. And I introduced you to some C4 energy, and that definitely helped.
Oh, it definitely helped. That episode that we recorded after the fact.
Listen, I'm drinking something right now because no sponsor right now, but like I didn't take my nap, so I'm sipping on my shit right now, and I'm Gucci.
Okay, good. Of course, after that, last weekend had some escape room fun.
Yep.
We went to go see. For me, the first time I saw the Dragon Ball Super movie on Tuesday.
Yep. And so also the weekend we had the anime violin thing.
Yes, the music thing.
Yeah,
which was
Candlelight.
amazing.
Shout outs to that whole crew that set it up for FIFA, Candlelight, and the Highline and all y'all.
Yeah, the Highline Quartet. Shout out to them.
Shout outs to them because they not one song they fucked up or nothing. The shit was beautiful. Shout outs to everybody that went with the group and the whole performance. Everything was great. Shout outs to them. Big time.
Yeah, that was lit. It was lit.
Good times. And then we went to go have Emily Burgers and shit like that. That was great.
Emily Burger was good. Yes, it was.
Yep. And then so Tuesday was the super movie.
Yep. Shout out to Super Namek Orange.
Yeah, son. Shout outs to that good stuff that they was doing well in that shit.
Yeah, so I really enjoyed the movie. It was good.
Yes.
It was great.
So pulling back on what we said prior, because we was talking about this, and once again, this is another proof of Dragon Ball's popularity being somewhat in the West and from its home country. Like we were saying from before, this movie wasn't making a lot of money. This movie wasn't making moves in Japan at all. But like we said, we'll always see what happens when it comes to the West. Mm-hmm. And when it came to the West, man, shout outs to I know Toriyama looking at his bank account, and that shit looking crazy. That shit got to be looking crazy right now. Cause like real talk, that shit is making over 60 mil over here. Like, bro, like it was making 5 million at max in Japan. It's making 60 mil over here. Like, you know what it is. West will always bring up Dragon Ball. Like, You could say about a lot of anime coming over here and doing X, Y, and Z, but you're not beating Dragon Ball sometimes, man. You just not. It's too iconic. Especially giving people what they asked for. They asked for Gohan and Piccolo to lead. Gohan, Piccolo lead. You got the money. There you go. Go get your money. Get your money.
The money. That's right. Do it older style. Get that money.
See? Shit. Nah. I mean, don't. We'll discuss. We'll be on the path of older style when we see whatever's going on with Netflix. But nonetheless, get your money. Get your money.
Right. Good job, guys. Good job on that front. Like I said, we love Dragon Ball Z over here in the West.
Oh, facts. Yeah. People pulled up and pulled all their money out and stuff like that. Like I was talking to Rajay, and he was mystified and stuff like that because he never saw the crowds that came along with it. And I'm like, bro, the crowds is around. It's not just around our neighborhood. Like everybody's around, and they see him more than one time. Like we was watching the movie, and Rajay was talking to me, and he was like, I'm surprised this. He was in the theater, and he was like, is these people watching it for the first time? And I'm like, yeah, bro, you never know. People's just like people is watching it double time, watching it for their first time. And I mean, the second time I came in midway through the movie and stuff like that. We missed the first couple minutes, but I enjoyed it just the same. It's
you
a
missed
good
the
movie.
Propaganda.
I saw it from before when I was. Yeah, I knew all about the propaganda from before. But nonetheless, I mean, this shit's great. The movie was good.
Yeah, it was really good. It was really good.
Yeah, you can't deny the prospects and everything of that. So that's great, man. That's big shout outs to that, yo. Big credit on people working, and Toriyama's loving the movie, so we're gonna get quality just like that.
Yeah, man. I was like, ooh, okay, good. Keep it going. Keep the quality up.
So anybody who's listening, and if you haven't seen the movie now, we big thumbs up. Go see the movie.
Yeah, go see the movie. It's worth it. Go see it.
Definitely. It's an enjoyable top, and it's both slice of life, and you get your action, and don't worry about the animation because the animation is you're like. How did you feel about the animation now actually sitting down and seeing the movie? Was that a problem to you?
No, actually it wasn't. it fit.
Yeah, when I was in Cali and I saw it the first time, it hit a moment where I'm like, I'm getting used to it and it's not a problem at all, especially the action scenes. It was perfectly fine.
Yeah, it fit the movie. Now as the movie went along, it just kind of just blended in and like, okay.
Facts. And then it would go in and out sometimes. Like some scenes would show you in regular 2D and stuff like that, but then they go back into this style, and this style was just fine.
Yep, I had no problems with the art style and the animation.
Yeah, as long as you still get your same vibes and your same fun, it's perfect. So shout outs to the bank, y'all raking off of that shit and keep it going.
Yep, keep doing what y'all doing. Ciao.
Facts. All right, so I think that do we have any more for Vibe Guys?
No, I think we're solid here.
All right, so shifting off into the second segment of the evening, we're going into off the cuff discussions. So I just just off what I was talking about earlier, I just had a small discussion on this one. I said, how you feel about doing things on low energy?
Like that car, when I'm on low energy, it's rough.
Facts. Shit, man.
I'm like, when I'm on low energy, my patience level is low too.
Facts.
So I'll be like the car honking it, everybody getting whatever, got in my face.
Facts. Whether it's us on the podcast or you doing work or just trying to pick up errands or just doing anything in general, when your energy is low, man, everything feel like a drag.
Exactly. It's just like man, I'm gonna get through this.
Nothing worse than trying to do stuff that you enjoy on low energy too. It's like
that sucks.
You wanna enjoy this shit, but it's like if you can't get a time to recharge, that shit just gonna ruin the whole time.
Pass me a C4.
Facts, man. Shout outs right here, yo. I'm sipping on that cherry limeade. That shit coming in pack.
Okay, cool. That's what's up.
Big time.
Yeah, low energy. It's a struggle.
Yeah, definitely. I feel that through and through. So, small one on the off the cuff discussion with this one. All right, now moving forward into our small subsection discussion. We got a few small things that cover in nerd/reboot news. So, right off the bat, once again, I gotta combine these two together. DC and HBO down bad.
Like I've been saying, this ain't DC's year, man.
Not one bit, man. They just announced today that they canceled Fandom. That was their second chance after giving us nothing for San Diego Comic-Con. And like after this whole reboot and toe up from the flow up, like they had a second chance to at least say something online, but they said, yo, we cut everything. Cut it all. Cut the motherfucking tube because we going straight down bad, man. They ain't doing nothing. That was their specific that was their D23. That was them to explain anything at all, and they canceled everything. They are down super bad.
They just threw their hands up like, you know what, y'all, we call them this year. That's it.
That's crazy.
It's over.
I just heard today that because they butchered their entire animation thing. Like after these last couple of days, because of what they did to the animation and getting rid of so many shows and shit like that, I heard animators is not trusting anything that comes out of HBO. They don't want to work with them and nothing like that. And the Batman Caped Crusader show, it's not completely canceled. They're shopping around to see other networks. Do you know who's interested in buying Batman right now? Who? Take a guess.
I wouldn't be surprised if Netflix might be looking at it. I see Disney.
My guy right there. The mouse is trying to get Batman.
Listen, the mouse already went after Bleach, so Batman is not a...
Hold that thought because that's on the list too. Trust me, that's on the list too. But nonetheless, the mouse is looking at Batman. I swear to God, this is gonna be the start. Once the mouse grab Batman, it's gonna sniff and it's gonna slowly creep because, bruh, it is sniffing real well. I'm telling you, we're gonna go on Disney Plus, so you're gonna see the DC collection. We're gonna get Justice League versus Avengers one way or another.
I know Sony kind of sweating right now. Like, oh shit.
Oh, Sony's definitely sweating. And not only that, Legendary Pictures already trying to drop out of their WB attachments and shit like that. So that there goes all of those movies like Kong Skull Island and Godzilla and shit like that. That's already shopping because I heard that Kong TV series is going to Disney Plus anyway. So they are. Wow. So Disney already done snuffed that out too. They already grabbing up the monster universe.
That's it. Disney out here making moves. I guess they about to launch their anime section or something.
Fact. Big fact. But yeah, HBO and DC down bad. I heard that they cut the animation budget because they said the only damage they wanted to do by getting rid of the animation budget was to save, like, they only wanted to lose about $3 billion in the cost by cutting the animation. Yo, do you know how much they actually lost after they did all that bullshit with the animation?
Let's see. 6 billion, 10 billion, how much are we going?
23.
Oh my goodness.
Niggas was trying to lose 3, they lost 23.
See, bad moves all around.
Down bad. They ruining relationships. They losing studio time. Like, bro, these are the worst decisions. They will remember this shit. Like, this is like some WWF getting bought out by the freaking Panda Corporation. This is down bad in title movements.
Yeah, they gonna write about this in the history books. Like,
oh hell yeah, 100%. This is like MGM Grand Studios losing the studio a lot and being bought out by Amazon. This is straight butchering. And on top of that, I talked to you earlier about the merger that Paramount is trying to do with what was it? Was it Stars or Showtime? I think it was Showtime, right?
It was Showtime, yeah.
Yeah. So mergers happening all around. At least I could say that Showtime got some content worthy of it to mix together with Paramount for them to do something, because this Discovery shit with HBO completely butchered everything that they was ever known and trusted. Like the only thing I ever heard so far was safe was Harley Quinn at this point.
See, this is what happened when you try to grab and go for the money. And
that's what happens when you try to save the money. Now they lost the money. Go get the money. Get the money. They already lost it.
Discovery was like, here's some money. And WB was like, oh yeah, we kind of want that. So yeah, we gonna take that. Oh, but yeah, y'all effing up everything.
The money flew out the door like Michigan J Frog, bro. It's done. It's done. It's done. So they down bad off of that situation. But let's talk about some good goings for HBO though. That at least they lucky.
Is there some good goings?
Oh yeah, there is, because these motherfuckers got lucky. Game of Thrones came back right at the right time. Game of Thrones, House of Dragon going on right now, and it dropped, and it was one of the biggest premieres of 2022. So that's honestly the major thing that's keeping HBO and HBO Max alive right now, because I know everybody got their subscriptions rised up for Game of Thrones, especially after the last time they left a lot of Game of Thrones fans extra salty after that first ending. You think a lot of niggas wasn't coming back, but they put these dragons on the table and they put everybody back. And then the second week when they dropped the second episode, more niggas came back. So okay. HBO Max is still surviving on the wings of a dragon. But I mean, give it a second, and if any nigga wanted to buy that shit up in HBO Max's old faulty way, I mean, woo. Oof. You know, shit's a mess. Shit's a mess. But yeah, that's keeping they motherfuckers alive. And then on the same energy of niggas fucking up, let's talk about Netflix. Netflix ain't safe from this shit because Netflix fucks up because they don't know how to advertise shit. So today, as we speak on September 1st, they just had the return of the second part to part 6 of JoJo's, and so. If anybody knew from JoJo's Bizarre Adventures, JoJo's was famous for JoJo Fridays. And JoJo Fridays is when they used to release weekly episodes on JoJo's where like it was trending so high that that people would like talk about it. People would be on the Twitter forums. They'd be going crazy and everything would have been going off. But now we cut to Netflix having control of this JoJo series, and they released everything in one batch so bad that they never like advertised it well, so many people didn't even know it was coming out. And this is the kind of low point of releasing everything in batches, because everybody talks about it for like 1 week and then the momentum of that series kind of dies. So they kept it under wraps. They didn't like advertise JoJo like coming out today. A lot of people didn't know that it dropped on Netflix. It was only like kind of word of mouth that people was keeping it hyped and everything.
Yeah,
and
that's par for the course for Netflix.
Yeah, and then the ad revenue, like we didn't even freaking know that they was posting up ads in Manhattan for JoJo's to return, but they wasn't doing anything on like the TV screens and shit like that. And Netflix wanted to make this big noise about them having anime and having like big names, and JoJo's a big fucking name, especially part 6. Part 6 and Jolene is important to the culture because that shit sending trends in Paris and shit like that. Jolene is a big female, like a big woman protagonist, and just like a big showing of everything that's going down and stuff like that. Like, this is a woman protagonist that's important in the zeitgeist of like shonen stuff, and they flew up by the wayside. Like, everything was low budgeted with everything that was going on, and it's like, Netflix, like, do you want this money or what's going on? Because they released another batches, and then fear is like within another week that people are gonna stop caring about it, or people don't even know that the shit dropped today. Like, it's gonna be a continual problem that Netflix fucks up with.
Listen, yeah, it's Netflix. I'm like, I have no faith when it comes to them and trying to push anime. That was like, here it is. I had to go look for it myself.
Yeah. That's honestly that.
Yeah.
It's just throwing it by the wayside, and these are big properties that you're trying to get a return on investment about. And then it's like, after this shit happened, you don't want them getting like part 7 for JoJo, which, I mean, if you looked at the history in the record books, part 7 has the most popular characters in manga point blank. So it's like, if they go do part 7, might as well release it back. Like, don't have that shit hooked up with Netflix at all.
True. But like, it depends on who's giving them the most money. So
so we'll see what's going on with that. And then on that same energy, like we was talking about from before, we got Bleach Disney going on, which, all right, so the information with Bleach Disney, I'ma say it again, a lot of this shit is in the air, because so we're only getting confirmations through Twitter, which it kind of feels like there's something bubbling up. Like, there's so many conversations about this that it makes it feel that Disney really has their hands on it, but they're keeping it very hush-hush. A lot of people are saying Crunchyroll is having their hands on it, but Crunchyroll is sending no fucking ads about this. So how are we supposed to trust that this shit is true? Like, nobody's confirming or denying shit about Disney anymore. So I don't, like, this shit is coming out in a month and there's barely ads about this shit. Don't you think that shit's sus?
Yeah.
So I think something's going on, and now we got further news. Like, if this wasn't true about Bleach Disney, why are we getting more news about this shit? So apparently we're getting news that Disney not only still owns Bleach, because everybody was having a retroactive shit that's saying, all right, this is only rumors, only people are talking about it, but then we're getting more news about it. So I don't know what the fuck's going on, because nobody's confirming or denying anything. So we're getting further news that there won't be a simulcast from Japan to Disney for Bleach coming out. So that just means that we won't be getting it the same time as Japan getting it. So Japan will get episodes, and the only way you'll be getting episodes is by pirating shit. It'll be by illegal means. So everybody, yo ho ho, a pirate life for me. Everybody will get Bleach on the very low at this point. That's the only way niggas is gonna get Bleach, because other than that, the popularity will definitely die, because it will not be as hyped up as it is. Nobody's dropping ads about nothing. Bleach is falling by the wayside. There's a lot of other hyped up anime that's coming out around the same time as Bleach is, and Bleach is gonna fall through the wayside because everything else is getting more ads.
Yeah, that is a problem. They need to address that.
Yeah, and this is why Bleach will always be the redheaded stepchild in the big three, because they leave Bleach all the way in the like passage marks.
Yeah, so I need some clarity on this Disney thing. Like, Disney, I need you to say something.
I need somebody to say something. I need Viz, Tite Kubo, Disney, like some, like, y'all gotta talk, because this is feeling region locked. It is not simulcast. It is like, what's going on? You guys gotta tell us something. Y'all gotta tell us something. And then on top of that, I think they're fucking up with the ad space altogether, because I feel like, and a lot of people feel like, with Bleach coming out within a month, there's a lot of people that is coming in, like, there's new anime fans all the time, and there's over 300 episodes of Bleach. Why don't they release like 3 OVA movies or something to cover all the time that's been lost? Like, how are you gonna tackle 300 episodes of Bleach with a whole new generation of people who probably never seen Bleach, and they're gonna go into this that's already had like 300 episodes of history? How y'all gonna cover all this?
Yeah, that's been something they should have been doing.
That's what I'm saying. They should have released a special movie, a special OVA online, something to catch niggas up. Like, I don't get it. Bleach has been dormant for years. There's been mad new niggas that showed up. Are y'all trying to get them, because they gonna come into this shit extra lost? They're gonna miss out on all this history and backstory and shit like that going into this shit dry. What's going on?
True. True.
And they only have themselves to blame. It doesn't matter who owns this shit at this point, because all of y'all niggas is fucking out.
Yeah, they need to get together. Listen, I'm a big Bleach fan, so yeah. Disney, Viz, Tito, listen, I'm gonna need y'all to collectively get your shit together.
100% work on this shit. This is a mess. This is a big mess. So
I'm about to be mad.
Facts. So I got two more nerd news to hit on real quick. It's One Piece trend. The One Piece is real. This shit's a mess. This shit's a whole mess. I'm not gonna further elaborate on any of that shit, but that shit is a mess online. This shit is making One Piece extra trendy for like no reason. And this shit is a mix of the most randomest and the most weird shit all together. But the One Piece trend is a whole damn mess. I can't support saying people to go into the trend, but be forewarned, because this is a messy trend altogether. It's making One Piece popular, but for all the weird reasons. That's all I can say.
Yeah, that's been interesting.
Yeah, that trend is very weird. It's getting One Piece known, but all for the weird reasons. That's all I can tell you.
You know how I feel, Coles. I think you found it and you're not saying nothing.
Listen, man. Listen, it's all right. And next news. So currently, She-Hulk is trending. Shout outs to black people that are nerds in general, because all I'm gonna say is it's trending because of Megan Thee Stallion.
Yes, I am here for She-Hulk and Megan Thee Stallion.
I'm here for the jokes of they promised a comedy series, and we got niggas online being big mad about this shit, but like, let it rock. Let it rock. This is a series that got celebrities. She's a celeb. She always covers celebrities in the comics. Like, let it rock.
Yep, this ain't nothing new. And I was like, I win it. I was
there
like,
was
okay.
niggas big mad in the shit. That's
Let
big
be mad.
mad. Let them be mad. Let them be mad. They even put it in the episode. They took comments from 2019 and they made niggas big hurt in two universes. So shout outs to that. So keep doing what you doing, She-Hulk. Shout outs.
Keep doing what you doing. I'll be watching it. Crack it up.
Facts.
Let them be mad.
It's a great series. Be mad when you be mad, and the shit's going strong, and it's doing exactly what it's supposed to be doing. So boom. All right. So that ends off the nerd and the reboot news and everything all together. And it's time to shift. We finally in the third and the final segment of the night. It's time for the main event. The main event segment, third segment of the night, down with BMP, Black Morpher Power, anime Sentai style special. So we're covering a Sentai-like anime series for this week's specialty, and we are covering the latest anime that came out this year. We're covering Love After World Domination, a little special. We're doing episode 1 and 2. Let's kick it off to the notes.
Oh snap, we're not doing Super Mega Force?
You wanna hop up in this more Go Say Life? Shit. Shout out to the episode we just dropped officially on this time and 9-1 today, but y'all gonna hear a lot of stress on Go Say and Go Say merch and Go Say everywhere. But low-key, I have a comment in this very show as well. So I'm gonna keep it to that review person. But hey, shit, if you want to put Super Mega Force on the list, okay, you can go back on the list then.
No, that's not.
All right.
Let's not do that.
Shit, threaten you with a bad time, huh?
Listen, unless Alpha 6 is in it, we not doing it.
You try to get Gosei and Alpha 6? You want to have us both have an aneurysm? Shit. But anyway, like I said before, Love After World Domination. Let's get into some fast facts and some history. So I got these notes right here.
All right, let's do the fast facts.
All right, then. Manga run from October 2019 up to currently is going on right now. And the anime run from April this year to June of this year. We got this shonen series under Kodansha magazine out in Japan. We got anime from Project Number 9 Studios. This is Crunchyroll stream, 12 episodes, 1 season going forward so far. It's a parody of the Super Sentai genre. We find 2 different sides of enemies finding love and trying to continue as the war continues between the two. But they are finding love and they are trying to work it out in the best of they can. A little note there. I saw a little video on Facebook that when I was going through the Love After World Domination kind of link in general, there was a in the Sentai series, Car Ranger, aka Turbo, in the Japan side of things, they had a story similar to this going on with the Red Ranger going on. So, like, I saw a video that I could share with you later after the pod, that it was like something similar completely going on with this that I had not, I never seen it before. So it just made it funny because they put the music from this anime in the background of that shit. So that just like everything feel like it came like full circle around with that. So that shit was perfect. So I'll show you the video. It's kind of saved under our podcast under the Facebook tag. So I'll share the video with you later because that shit was hilarious to me. But anyway, we can kick it now into episode 1 unless you have any fast facts or notes on your end.
Oh, not on this. No, we're gonna hop right in. So episode 1.
All right, so episode 1, I love you. And let's kick in.
All right, so the episode starts with us seeing a field with cherry blossoms, and then we get our first intro to Desumi and Fudo.
Yup.
So what's going on is that they're chilling here. Desumi busts out some cookies, and she gives it to Fudo. So Fudo eats one, and he's like, yo, these are the best cookies ever.
Yeah, you know, he got to hype up his girl, hype up mood.
Oh, yeah. So like I said, they're having a nice little conversation out here, nice little date. So that's all we're seeing so far. Like, we see them in the field, we see the cherry blossoms. It looks like they're having a good time.
Real nice.
Right? Fudo's talking about how it's a nice day, it's a perfect day. He's like, I'm the happiest dude in the world.
Yup.
Right? And so Sumi is like, she's like, oh, stop. And then next thing we know,
boom!
fight action.
We see explosions, and we see putty-like niggas getting folded by the rest of the Ranger team.
My first thought was like, hold up, where did Crybots for the Machine Empire come from?
See? So these niggas getting folded left, right, and center. They highlight the colors of yellow, green, pink, and blue out there. While they scrapping and they beating these niggas ass.
Yeah. And I was like, G. I was like, well, their logo, I was like, G for Gosei. I was like,
oh no. Oh no. Not him branding on this anime already, damn.
I was like, he's expanding. I was like, oh, shit.
Yeah, he said, you saw the merch. You know I'm already worldwide, baby.
Right? And then so, after we get to that little fight scene, we cut back to Desumi and Fudo. You know, they're talking, they're having a conversation still. Mind you, I'm like, it's all quiet over here. I'm like, what's going on?
Nigga, this is a duality. There's a separation. They in the fields, and they right beside them shit is blowing up.
Right, and Fudo is just staring. You know, they're having a couple talk. So I'm assuming from here, they're a couple at some point. But then we get more info because Fudo was like, can I hold your hand? And Sumi's like, yo, you moving too fast, homie. What you doing?
She said, nah, bro, we've been on, but just only a few dates. What you mean you want to hold my hand? That's stepping too far, son.
Right, she's like, son, that's date 5. We only on date 3. He's like, listen, my research said date 3, we should be holding hands. So what's up?
Nigga said, give me that hand right now.
Right? And so we get this anxious pause, and she's like, nah. She's like, okay, I'm gonna do it. And then blue pops up.
Blue cockblocker.
And then they immediately start fighting.
Oh yeah, facts.
And
So you already know the vibes of this shit is completely hidden because they was away from the battle and everything, and they was trying to be all cutesy. Second Blue showed up, bam! They in the test of strength. They in the test of strength like they fighting at WrestleMania.
Right, and then so we get a proper intro to the Gelato 5.
Yup.
Oh my! And the Reaper Princess. I'm like, oh, so this is what's going on.
So they explained, it was like the story so far is Fudo is the leader of the Gelato 5. He is red, while Decimi is part of the secret society Gecko, and she the combat commander Reaper Princess.
Yep, and it's like they rose in the ranks.
Yep, they are high up.
Secret love. I'm like,
they are high up with the low key hide in the relationship. They out here with the spicy love.
And me as a hopeless romantic, I was completely on board with this. I was like, oh, okay.
That's what I like to hear, my nigga, yo. Y'all don't understand. Shout out to before the podcast, I was trying to sell this show to this nigga for like months. And I was finally happy that we reached this part into the podcast because, bro, I was having a trip while this show was going on. So I was happy finally to get you on board with this shit because, man, you motherfuckers is messy.
Right. So right now, I'm with all of this right now.
Oh yeah. And then right in the midst of that, after they give their narration, we get the opening. How you feel about the opening?
I like it. It reminds me of something, and I just can't put my finger on it.
Cowboy Bebop with the little jazz element.
That's what it is.
Once they started to play that saxophone into the middle of it, when they hyped that shit up, I was like, Yep, this is it.
That's what it was.
This intro hit. This intro hit too fucking well.
I was trying to figure. As I was watching, I was like, "This is familiar." And I was like, "Why I can't put?"
Because when you hear that saxophone, it's the same exact beat in the Cowboy Bebop.
That's okay.
Mm-hmm.
And I was sitting here
like,
before we started recording, trying to figure out. Like, I know this from somewhere. Like it's on the tip of my tongue. Why won't come out?
They added that shit to be jazzy as hell, and the elements and the cut and the little singing and shit like that. Everything hit off well. So this shit is perfect to the show. So it hit exactly what they needed to hit.
Yeah, that's right. You right with the saxophone. They hit it.
Yep.
Right, that's what it was. And I was trying to figure it out.
I put it in my notes just to remind myself because the first time I heard this shit, I was like, "Ooh, y'all motherfuckers is jazzy." That's that Cowboy Bebop saxophone in there.
Right, so I was like, "Oh, that's what it was." That's what it was because I was trying to. I was like, "It's right here." Like, why don't you come to me?
Yep, that shit was hitting super well.
Right, and so after the intro, we get back, we see Blue, and then he says basically, "I'm gonna leave this to you, Red." And
yep, he dip out, finally stop hating.
Right, and then they stop. Like, all right, coast is clear. And then he was like, "Destiny, we did it. We're holding hands."
Fudo dumb hype.
Yeah, Destiny was like, "Oh shit."
Yeah, facts. She was like, oh fuck.
Like, all right, this wasn't so bad.
Yeah, that's me out here recording shit. Fudo dumb hype.
Yeah, Fudo big hype.
Facts.
He's like,
So after that situation happened, they cut. So they do a flashback in this point. We cut to like 1 week earlier.
Right. Yeah. Right. He talking about how he made move stuff.
Facts. Fudo. We go right into Fudo bulking up. He all about the gains. That's his gains life and shit like that. And then we get introduced to Pink out her ranger suit, which is her name is Haru. She came with the assistants. She got the towel ready and shit like that. And then they start to walk around and we see Blue, aka Hayato. That nigga's a Mac man machine. My son macking on some biddies, and he gets smacked for his trouble because he a messy Mac.
I was like, I see this coming. I was like, okay, Brock.
Yep. We run into Misaki, Yellow, and we'll come back to Misaki.
We'll definitely talk about her.
Yeah, because she a mess. And then we go to Green Diego, and they all going off to the meeting.
Yeah, like I said, Misaki is low key my favorite.
Trust me, man. We'll be talking a lot about Yellow later down the line in this shit, but. They go into the meeting, and then we run into they Professor / Zordon. We run into Big Gelato. Big Gelato. And I said, yo, this guy must be studying from the book of Gosei because we got BG, we got Big Gelato, and so his name is Big Gelato, and we running from the Gelato Force 5, and we got the G's on everything. You know, my son's about the market, baby.
Gosei is like, excellent.
Gosei said, this must be Gosei's student.
Right.
He said, I'm proud of this nigga. This nigga don't do me like Zordon do me. I don't do him like Zordon do me.
Right. This has been Gosei approved.
Facts. And Gosei getting a bit of the pocket change and everything because he got Big G's on it. Big G's never go out of style. He said Gosei for life. Big Gelato, fuck out of here. Big Gosei.
Right, so they got some croissants and they sit there at the briefing.
At least this nigga brought food. I've never seen these these niggas always got meeting and they got these teens sweating and doing all this hard labor. None of y'all niggas ever bring food.
Yeah, and then so they giving them info about the Reaper Princess.
Mm-hmm. Fudo reacts. He saw pictures and he was like, BG out here like, yo, watch yourself against this shit. Fudo already looks sprung.
Right, it's like, listen, nope. She's like, don't play with her.
He said, shit.
And as he's going through, we get the woo.
Mm-hmm. They got the emergency call out.
And Big BG is like, Gelato 5, go. And they're like, it's morphin' time, let's go.
Mm-hmm. Shit, they're already ready to roll. This gave me some Lightspeed Rescue vibes when they used to get that alarm in the Mariner Bay shit, and they had to roll out into that damn van.
So then we see a bear monster.
Yup. We see the Cullen. We see the soldiers. We see the princess. We see the Cullen bear. Real talk, Cullen bear is their gold dog.
Yes.
That nigga is their gold dog.
Yes,
that nigga gave me so many gold dog vibes.
Exactly. That's the first thing I thought. I was like, okay, we got putties, we got gold dog, we good.
Yup, facts.
And then they transform.
Freezing change.
Yep, gave me heavy Sailor Moon vibes.
Yep. Oh yeah, this is Morphins giving me Lightspeed transformation vibes. They giving me Great Saiyan Man. They giving me Fruit. They giving me classic pose downs. They giving me the pose and speeds and blow up explosions, everything to a T. Mwah.
Yep, I got Power Ranger Zeo vibes from this. I got Sailor Moon vibes from this. Yeah.
I'm getting Wild Force when they gave their little speeches and slapped the ground. Wild Access.
You're right. So I was like, okay.
And then midway, they ain't playing around with these soldiers. They pulled out the weapon straight up to beat their asses.
Right, old school. I was like, oh, we got the weapons. I was like, okay, we go.
Everybody got their singular weapons out here. And then after they beat everybody's asses, they only the bear left, and he fired straight out the cannon.
Yo, they washed them. I'm sorry.
Princess starts attacking Red, and they get alone time to start fighting. So they lead off for everybody else because they know Red can handle Princess and Princess can handle Red. So they all like subside while the rest of the 14 go jump this bear.
Yeah, they're like, y'all handle. He's like, y'all handle Goldar. I got her.
Facts. And the explosives start to go off and shit like that. And then in the midst of that shit, not even too far off, we see the Cullen Bear surrender. He already throw up the white flag.
He's like, nah. He's like, damn. He's like, it's above my pay grade.
He said these niggas jumping me.
Right? It's 4-1. Nah, we not gonna do this.
Shit. So Red out here scrapping Dappy with the Reaper Princess, and then she be talking to him all nice like, and Red was already strucken. Like he be hearing her words and he be like, nah, I'm falling hard.
Yeah, son was literally on the gurney talking about retreat.
Facts. They pulled old bear ass. They already had him all lock, stock, and barrel. My son was waving the white flag. He said, nah, I'm done for today.
That's enough fight for today. I'm out of here.
Shit. So they packed him up.
Princess looking like, you can't be serious, my
She said, I just started fighting this nigga. Like, what's good? Why you so weak?
Right.
So in the midst of that, Red be falling for Reaper's words and stuff like that. And then they all kind of separated. And then they kind of saved the day, so they all went back to the base at this point.
And then at this point, Red is training.
Yeah, Fudo about that workout life, you already know.
Yeah, then we see BG, he's like wondering, he's like, yeah, I'm gonna train. So he asked Fudo, he's like, Fudo, how's your personal life going?
Nah, son, the way BG did this shit had me dying because he was creepy. My son was watching him from behind while he was eating that ice cream slowly. I was like, BG.
I was trying to glance over that.
Alright, BG.
He was looking. I'm like, sir.
This nigga training from that sensei master school that they all niggas be creeping on they students and shit like that.
I'm like, sir, you have a training kink or something?
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, why you gotta be standing over him licking ice cream with your tongue out while he working out, man? Why you gotta do all that, BG? Calm that shit down. Right. But Fudo on his Rocky shit. Yeah. Cause he be drinking eggs out the carton and shit like that. I'm like, bro, Fudo, I know you trying to fight, but my son training for the war.
Right. Like you said, BG asked me, like, yeah, what's your personal life like?
That ass.
He's like, yeah, other than the workout stuff, what's up?
This nigga Fudo started to say he got a crush, but he never said who he had a crush on. And BG started, this nigga said, remember how Zordon gave his things for life, and he said Rangers, like he was talking like Rangers shouldn't date each other. Y'all niggas too busy. Y'all can't have a personal life and all that shit. BG said, fuck all that shit.
BG like, I ain't do nothing. He's like, what, you got a crush on a girl? He's like, if you don't get out of this stupid weight room.
This nigga said, fuck fighting, fuck saving the universe. What you should do is get some pussy, my guy.
Yeah, he's like, if you don't get, he's like, if you don't get your ass out this weight room, we're gonna talk to this girl.
He said, I need you to get some cheeks right now. Not for you, for me. I'm stuck here. He said, I'm living life vicariously through you. Why you think I'm fat licking this ice cream watching you work out? Cause I'm living through you, nigga.
Right. He's like, son, if you don't get your ass up out of here. He's like, that's an order. Get out of here now.
He said, listen, he smacked the shit out of him. Yo, you saw that part? Yo,
yes,
he smacked the kufi out this nigga when he said, nah, bro, I have a duty to protect. He said, fuck these people.
Yeah. He's like, listen, don't worry. I got anything. Listen, I'll take the heat.
First of all, that shit was hilarious. He said he'd take the heat, but I'm like, who are we talking to about this? Aren't you the head? Like take the heat from who? Yourself?
He's like, listen, anything that go left, I got it. I'm good.
Well, you the boss, nigga.
You live it for the both of us.
Facts. It's like, I gotta live vicariously through you. So if you get some cheeks, I got some cheeks, nigga.
Right? And then Fudo was like, yes, okay, I'm gonna go tell her.
He said, shit, that is great. I'm so happy for him. It must be one of them nurses. I love nurses.
Right? I was like,
BG couldn't hide that shit at all. This nigga said, man, I wish I could get some cheeks right now. I wish I could get some nurse cheeks. I love nurses.
Right? He's like, I need a nurse. Where's she at?
Shit, I'm gonna hurt myself right now. Shit, anything I can slip on, I'm gonna drop this ice cream on the ground.
Right? I'm gonna bust my ass. Nurse!
Shit. Nurse. Then nigga sounded like one of the niggas on the Animaniacs. Hello, nurse.
Right?
Shit. So Fudo was already determined. My son already called Reaper Princess to have a 1-on-1 out in like the middle of a deserted alley or some shit.
Yeah, she pop up. She's like, oh, you think you gonna invite me out here?
Yeah, she was like, oh, I see what it is. You want a 1-on-1 fight to the death? You know what it is. And he was like, this nigga Fudo, that nigga ain't cut the mustard. This nigga is his first time he in love for sure. Cause he just outright said it. He was like, I love you.
Yep.
He said it on some Patrick shit. He was like, I love you. She was like, excuse me?
What?
This is a wild love at first sight type moment. And everybody was taken back. I was taken back. Everybody was like, hey, yo, what?
And then they hear the echo. She's like, what?
She's like, hey, you bugging.
She's like, what is going on here? And she's like, hold up. She's like, wait, hold up. She's like, hold up, we're mortal enemies.
Nah,
what are you talking about?
She said, nah, you playing. She pulled the whole Will Smith. She said, keep my name out your fucking mouth. Respect me. You gonna respect me. And she started fighting him up.
Right, and then he's like, yeah, no, don't worry about it. Professor Big G gave me permission. And
she
like,
said, nah, bro. You heard on the she said you playing me because you heard about all them rumors. She said you heard them rumors. I be eating niggas. I be eating bears. I be drinking the blood of my subordinates. I be wilding in these streets.
She's like, you low down dirty. Oh, how dare you? Oh,
and
I'm gonna kick your ass.
Nigga, he pulled up with the facts. He pulled up with the disguises and everything. He followed her on IG. He be in the comment on all her shit. He be liking the photos and everything. Yeah. He pulled up with all the information facts. He said, nah, real talk, I love your social media presence. I love who you are. I like, you a sweet girl. Like, let me be in your life to change your life for the better, girl. He trying to spit. He's spitting game.
Yeah, he's like, oh shit. She's like, oh snap.
Shit. He said, if you see that nigga Protein Man, just know that shit me.
She was like, oh.
She was like, oh shit. Okay, so you for real on this shit.
So
he was like, you already know what it is.
Right, he's like, yo, he laying down the big game. He's like, yo, yeah, we gonna make this work. Like, yo, I wanna go out with you. She's like, nah, we can't do it. He's like, yeah, we can if we try.
Yeah, he said we can keep it on the low. So
right?
She was like, all right, shit, fuck it. I mean, since you seem genuine in that shit, so they agreed to date on the low, and then that's how we get to this whole situation, and then they flash forward back into where we currently at right now, where we got them flirting.
Yep, she's like, we gonna give it a try. We gonna give it a try.
And that's when they make the point. They realize if this shit gets out, it's gonna be a big scandal for both of them. They can't have somebody on the evil side and somebody on the good side dating. It's gonna be catastrophe for both sides, especially with them being so higher up in the rank.
Yeah, she's like, if this gets out, this is gonna be worse than when they reveal Peter Parker with Spider.
Facts. Shit, if you saw No Way Home, boy, you know this shit gonna be big pariah shit.
So and then she was like, all right,
yeah, big flex with that. So, like, right when they was about to hug, Yellow pulled up out of nowhere, and Decimate hit that nigga with a 15 hit, no trigram, just bodying the nigga.
Right? I was like, oh, you've been training.
She hit that nigga with the silly combo and dropped this nigga.
Right? Oh, man.
Yeah, man. Yellow pulled up at the wrong time. So
man, that dog, Sakio.
Yeah, bro. We gonna talk about that in the next episode. But she knocked them out, but they leave each other pretty much happy with all the good feelings and stuff like that. We see their vibes going on, and they keep this shit continuously hidden, but so far they both smile. They had a little situation with each other and stuff like that, so that was nice. And then the ending happened, and the music was sweet, and that was the ending of the episode. How do you feel about the ending theme?
It's catchy.
Yeah, the music was sweet. It was definitely very slice of life to close out and stuff like that. And then after the ending of the episode, they leave a little extra at the end of the episode, which is a little more comedy bit. We see Fudo working out, and BG asking him, he was like, yo, so how'd it go? Did you confess your love? And like, I guess Fudo have his headphones in or something like that, because he completely dubbed that nigga completely.
Yeah, he was like, what? He's like, he's like, listen, man, you gotta give me the deets. He's like, I'm trying to live.
Facts. He's like, I'm trying to live my life through you, big dog. Let me know what happened. Did she say yes? Did she say no? My son got the headphones in. He clanging and banging like he the rock. He said, bro, I ain't got time to talk to you, BG.
He's like, listen, I'm trying to do what I need to do. I'm trying to do what I need to do right now.
Facts. He got the music bumping. This nigga probably listening to Tech 9 right now. Like, he rocking. So that's the ending of the episode. My final impressions is it's a different starting point for any, Sentai series that we've had before.
Yes.
This gives me Astronomer and Zane vibes from Power Rangers in Space.
Ooh, okay.
This series fleshed out with full dates and stuff. Romantic and jokes is a nice random slice of life to just watch, to just watch and enjoy. If you, like you said, like yourself, you said you were hopeless romantic. This is definitely right up the anime alley for you. So how was the final impressions of the first episode for you?
Man, I'm enjoying the heck out of this. I'm all 100% of that sneaking around forbidden love stuff. Yeah, I like that.
I told you, man. Shit's great, and it's right up the alley. It's what I always wanted. I wanted an anime Sentai series, so the shit looks extra extravagant, but a little, tease on the romance story and shit like that. And this shit is funny. Shit is funny on top of that.
This would be dead in this situation.
Yeah, this shit big vibes. So we recommend, if you want a nice wholesome anime with a mixture of Power Rangers and shit like that. If you want to enjoy that shit all together, that shit is good. That shit is good vibes.
Yeah, I'm enjoying the crap out of this so far.
Facts. So we gonna get into episode 2, the truth about dating. All right. So
this episode, we see some crime about they getting beat up. Skull
laid out.
Right, and then we see Green getting knocked on his ass.
Yeah, we this is when they said we go all the way now 6 months earlier.
Yeah, it's like
Yep. So that's when we see the princess knocking out Green and Red, and Reaper back and fighting again.
Reaper gives me heavy Scorpina vibes.
Yes, 100%. Scorpina, Astronomer, like just any motherfucker. And when I show you the link later for this chick in Car Ranger, her too, like she was a perfect Decimate, probably. Like damn son, this is good stuff. But yeah, she going in knocking these niggas silly.
Right, have a little fight with Red. Like hold that. And I low-key think they was flirting this whole time,
probably
during this fight.
And then they was going in, and then they flash forward to a time ahead, and they said they on the shipping docks. And they all fighting. So the news report got them fighting on a shipping dock with kids watching all throughout the news and shit like that. The news coverage, like I've never seen this many kids watching the news.
Listen, they was watching the news. They were like, oh shoot. They're like, yo, it's our homie Red Gelato.
They don't even gotta watch like Power Rangers on the TV show. They getting that shit live in the news.
And they out here telegraphing their moves. I'm like, yo.
Facts. Oh my, son. Decimate and Fudo. I said Decimate and Fudo is communicating with looks like they calling a match in pro wrestling.
I was about to say the
nigga, the way. First of all, shout outs to like this show is giving me everything that I could want. They showing like slice of life romantic Power Rangers. They mixing in some pro wrestling shit. Like yo, they knew exactly. They was like yo, motherfuckers at Blerd By Nature, we got a show
exactly.
for you.
the more I'm watching this, the more I'm enjoying it.
Bro, listen, people who are listening, I told you I was trying to sell this show like week in, week out. When this show dropped the sub, I was watching with my heart content every lunch period on Friday. I was watching that shit. Then they dropped the dub. I rewatched everything. You don't understand how many times I was watching this motherfucking series, man. This shit was great. This shit was a good ride.
Yes, yo. So, and then we get our nice intro again.
Yup.
I'm like, okay, I'm here for it.
Yup. I'm telling you, son, shit. They went off into their secluded spot. The narrator was giving us that recap, and then they hit us with the theme that was the same vibes. Like I'm telling you, that jazzy up shit, that shit work all the time.
Right. And so after we come back from the intro, we see them at the dock.
Yeah, and they far away from each other, comically far away from each other.
Right. He's like, and so Fudo was like, Decimate, is there something wrong? And she's like, what do you mean? And he's just like, yeah. He's like, it just seems like we're awfully far away. And she's like, nah, we're at a good distance.
This nigga tried to get closer. She said, hold up, homie.
and she's like, nah, we're good. This is a normal distance. He's like, nah, we usually closer than this. And so he goes to going closer, and she's like, nah, back up.
What was it? There's that damn TikTok video that now works perfectly in this video. She was like, I all I hear is that Urkel voice. Yeah, 6 feet. Back it up.
She's like, stay away, scoot your butt back. And he's like, he was like, nah. She was like, nah, not like that.
Yeah, she was like, she got that big fear because she was out here giving niggas the 20-piece combo. She was like, she thinks she's sweaty and she's smelly, so she don't want that nigga coming up close, thinking she stink.
And he over here is just like, oh, she's so cute.
That ass. That nigga falling. That That nigga out in the clouds heavy.
And then here he go talking about, I vow stay at your side, no matter how much you stink.
That man is hitting it hard, man. They be flirting some more, and Fudo be trying to take pictures and shit like that.
She was like, the fuck, man?
That
say it like that. And I was just saying, I'm like, oh, bruh.
Fudo be acting wild, strange, and sound excessive at times, man.
I was like, I get what you were saying, but damn, you say it better.
Nigga, all his extra shit. And Decimate, they try to take a selfie together, and they kind of freaky.
Right? Yeah. So he already had over here. He's like, yeah, go best.
Yup. And in the middle of that shit, they kind of freaking out trying to take this picture.
Right? And he over here taking pictures with the camera. He's like, yeah, I just want to take pictures. He's like, nah, that's enough of that shit.
Yeah, facts. And then right when they was getting like close after taking the selfie and shit like that, here come Yellow again.
Yo.
Yellow pull up and yo, I'm telling you, pro wrestling at its best. Reaper Princess played dead like a motherfucker, like she was a raccoon.
Yep.
Or possum.
That I love it. It's like, yo, because every time she shows up, every time Masaki shows up,
shit's jokes. And she played dead and folded out. And in the midst of Yellow showing up, it brings on the news reporter.
Yo,
and the news reporter finds them and interviews Red while Reaper is just out here selling. It was like, oh, she folded?
Right, she's selling like Brock Lesnar. I was like, look at this.
Facts, man.
And then so the interviewer is giving him Fudo the whole interview, and they asking him, and then they start asking him about the Sumi, and he starts going in.
Oh. First, yeah, they was talking about his rivalry with Reaper Princess on the low, and this nigga made it so nice. Like he was talking about her so much in a way that you could describe your enemy, but it also is a way you could describe your enemy if you in love with your enemy.
Yeah, and the Sumi is always looking up.
She having a heart attack, and they be turning around. They was like, yo, you hearing some giggling or some shit like that?
Like the reporter was like, did she just squeal?
She like, oh shit.
He slide over. He's like, nah, she good. Yeah, she did. She good. She got a butt kick.
Mm-hmm.
And she was like on the floor. She on the floor. She's like, just kill me already.
Facts. She was like, really? Nah, legit. Fold me, nigga.
Right, so, and the reporter just over here bringing it up.
Oh, yeah. The news reporter started getting into some drama. News reporter was like, all right, so enough talk about that. Are you seeing anybody right now? Shit, Fudo had to be like, oh, goddamn, I am, but damn, I can't even talk about this.
Yeah, and then here come Masaki.
Yellow, the instigator, out here. OD saying, this nigga pumping weights. He ain't got no time to mess with no hoes.
Right.
And Yellow hyping that shit up extra. Like, you know what? On second thought, since he be pumping iron out there, we gonna sell a contest. We gonna sell this nigga like he a piece of meat. So anybody who wanna go in this contest could win a date. Yo, Decimate out there steaming on the floor.
Yeah, the reporter had no shame. She's like, yo, I'm about to put my name in this bucket. Hold up.
Decimate said, death to you all. Right? Death to you all.
Right? And then so at this point, after all the reporter stuff is done, he goes back over to Jasumi. And she's like, she looked at the look she gave him.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, you mad at me or something?
She said, you could go out here with your winter contest with your hoes.
And she was like, he's like, you mad at me? And Jasumi's like, nah, it's not that. She's like, I didn't realize you had a fan club. The thirsty kind of fan club. I was
she said, yeah. Oh, you have hoes, huh?
Right? And he's like, nah, no, it's not even like that. It's like, you the one for me, nah.
He said, you my one and only. And she said, sure.
And she was like, yeah, I wonder. So I was like, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, Masaki, you see what you did?
Yeah. Everybody wants to cause drama, eh?
Right? And he's like, yeah, I'll do anything for you. I was like, oh boy.
Mm-hmm. So she heard that shit right up rip. And she was like, all right, so you said anything, right? And that's when you was like, And then Decimate said she want to go on a real date. Like a real date.
Right? And then we get we get a narration of the definition of a date.
Yeah.
And then Fudo was like, I bet.
Yeah, he agreed and he down with that shit. But this is Fudo's first relationship. So Fudo like, I don't even know what the fuck to do want to do.
What am I doing?
Like, he don't know what to do on a date at all. So we cut to Fudo going back to the lab and trying to research. Did you realize what he typed into? Like, he went on not Google.
No, he went to Gaggles.
That shit said Gaggles.
And I was like, okay.
This is just like the McRonald's.
And son is freaking out.
Yeah, he finds too many choices.
Yeah, so he freaking out. He's like, oh shit.
Mm-hmm. And that's when we get y'all. Yellow. Listen, Yellow out here
drunk
being all
skunk.
types. Yo, nigga, isn't it hilarious to finally find Sentai and Rangers getting drunk as fuck?
Right?
So she was drunk and wilding and helping him trying to figure a date.
And she was like, yo, I make one joke and here you go researching dating.
Mm-hmm. She said, I see you, nigga.
Yeah, but she's like, I bet this is what you do.
Mm-hmm. Give him the whole layout plan and Fudo think he know exactly what to do now.
Right, so she gave him some advice, told him about pick some stuff that both of y'all enjoy, and he went and ran with it.
Right. So he ran with the plan and he out there. So Fudo and Desami look normal for they date. Fudo got a plan all worked out together to get them together to what they want to do today.
Right. So then we see Desumi and we see them both in their little civilian gear. Looking, he see Desumi. He's like, oh shit.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, oh my gosh, she's so cute and stylish.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so I'm like,
losing it.
And then Sam was like, I got a whole plan. So we think he's like, okay, he got something together. He got something together.
What he cooking up?
No, it's funny. We saw the Dove boat ride. We thinking, okay, he got something planned.
Yup.
Son, take us to the gym.
That nigga, all he knows is gym life. Now we got this girl out here in heels and she in the high platforms and shit like that. She in summer fit and shit like that. And these niggas go in the gym and they start impressing all the other bodybuilders in there. They start busting it in full weight and shit like that. And I'm telling you, this girl was dressed for the part, but she was benching weights like she was Sylvester Stallone.
And the people in the gym looking at her like, you don't see this every day. That was like,
facts.
Bro.
She was out here doing crunches in the high short skirts.
Right? And so they here at the gym. I'm like, wow.
She was trying to bust it in hot sweat. I'm like, damn, son, Fudo, you doing that shit in extra.
Right? And they was going into it. It wasn't even like no light workout or nothing.
Nah, it's big heavy workouts, and then he got the cardio. They was running and shit like that. Yep. And then Fudo ain't packed no lunch. He packed protein bars for them to eat and shit.
When Fudo said now for the running, she was like, we're not done. I was like, bro, what are you doing?
You thought at this point Fudo was fumbling the bag.
Yo, fumbling ain't even the word. I'm still trying to figure out the word to describe the level of fumble that's going on here.
Facts, man. He had he was out here looking like he was fucking the trainer.
You know what? This is probably some shit Goku would do.
Oh, nigga, if we fully elaborated Goku and Chi-Chi's actual date, you know, after they already got officially married and shit like that, he definitely bringing her out to train or some shit or fighting again.
Like you said, once they sat down at that bench and he brought out the doggone energy bar snack.
Mm-hmm. That's me. We saw a whole like the we couldn't even see Destiny's face. She just said I had to go to the bathroom real quick, and you was like, oh boy.
Now when she left, he gets a call from Masaki.
Yup, yellow back here, and she finally sobered up.
And she's like, you know that advice I gave you about dating? She's like, I need you to forget all of it. He was like, what?
She said reverse everything I said yesterday because I was drunk and fucked up. So
she's like, and he was like, she's like, yeah, there's some rules to this. And he's like, can you tell me what they are? And then she started going on. And he realized like everything that he did was everything that he shouldn't have did.
Yup.
So he's going back over everything he did.
Yeah, he realized he was fucking up big time.
And then she's like, you probably already knew that without me telling you. He's looking at, and then they showed him the bag with the energy bars. He's like, it's this.
Yo, son, this nigga thought of
he was too through with Saki at that point.
This nigga said, oh Lord, she done set me up for a fuck down, son. It's messed up. The game is all messed up. He was like, damn shit. And then the worst part about it, she left and it was like daylight. And then by the time like it was nighttime and he was like, fuck, she ain't coming back. She left me in the bench.
Yeah, it's like I ain't gonna never see her again.
No.
She's definitely gonna be my mortal enemy now. I'm like, oh man.
She gave me the 15 hit combo for sure next time we see.
Right, so he looking all around for her. He's like, where are you? Oh, she really
he
left
big freaks. He checks all around.
I felt this part. I was like, oh man.
Yeah, he came back. He was like,
he
was like, give me one more chance. Like I will run everything back. I fucked up big time, but I will work to the best of my ability, man. He was stressed out, big stress. And then he looked up, and then Destiny came through with the drinks and shit.
Yep, she was like, listen, like the lines was mad long, but I got some drinks because these energy bars they dry as fuck.
Facts. You gave me some soy joy shit, nigga. Right. You gave me some Hidden Valley crumble ass shit, man.
She's like, these are Popeye biscuits level, so yeah, I need to get something to drink.
Dare give me this with no bev. You don't even carry water, my nigga.
And then he just like he looking at her. He's like, nah, what? He's like, you asked actually having fun.
She said, yeah, man. I mean, she was like, whatever we can finagle into a date, this shit work for me. She said, I stay ready in the gym too. How you think I folded y'all niggas on a regular?
Yeah, she's like I'm good as long as we here, we spending time. I'm good.
Mm-hmm. And they start to get real close, and they get intimate, and they get real close, and they about to have their moment, and then emergency call on both ends.
Yeah, like it's time to get it.
Yup, they go right back into roll call because Cullen Bear came back to fuck shit up. And Gelato 5 out here to stop him. So they went right back into position, and then they get into that big fight. But Fudo and Desami a bit more happy because they actually had a full out date. So they ready to fight with new full aggression now.
Yeah, they're like, let's fight, and they're happy fighting.
Yeah, pretty much this time. So it's a better vibe this time. So
Shit.
Yeah, facts. This is how they flirt.
Right? So. Big Bear's like, come on, princess, get it together. They're like, come on, Gelato, Ray, what you doing?
Mm-hmm. So we got the ending play, and then that's the same vibes as before. And then after the ending plays, yo, son, did you see the after the end stuff?
Yes, I did.
We got a nice narration from Helco, Desami's cat, who expresses Desami outside. How all the rumors was hyping it up like Reaper Princess was some evil super witch that was fucked up to her subordinates and shit like that.
Yeah.
But her cat has always been with her, and they see how lonely Desami felt and everything, until one random day the cat started noticing that Desami was all nice and happy and stuff like that, and the cat was starting to put two and two together.
Yeah.
Until the cat found the pictures of Fudo, and then the cat was like, all right, listen here, little bitch, you better not hurt no Desami, or I'm gonna have to fold you, little nigga.
Yeah, she's like, listen here, you wretched goon of a man. She's like, if you do anything to make my Desi sad, you gonna have hell to pay.
Yeah, they call me Hellco for a reason, cause I put the hell on you.
I was like, woo, that cat ain't playing no games.
Cat spicy for his owner. That cat's a rider for their owner.
Right.
So once again, final impression for this second episode. Give more context. Is more a nice slice of life and look on the Sentai genre in anime, which is great. Not must see, but a good enjoyable time. And just good vibes in general, man. This show's great. What about you? What's your final impressions on this show?
Oh, I've been loving the crap out of this. I'm definitely gonna finish this within the next week or so.
Oh, big time. we going off the podcast. We going to talk further about this show because, man, I'm telling you in for a ride, and so many feel moments, or so many like moments that you're gonna be like, damn, I felt this moment very much.
Right. I was like, okay. I was like, yes, I'm such a Fudo, so yes, I was like, okay.
Legit. I hope overall this should get greenlit for more episodes. Like, this was only 12 episodes of Pop. I hope they come back. They come back because I enjoyed this shit very much.
Yeah, because I'm gonna blow through those 12 episodes. Like,
oh, facts. You're gonna be big mad. You're gonna be like, damn, let's shoot for 24 now.
Right, more episodes.
Oh, facts. I'm big behind this shit for sure. So shout outs to this show. This is definitely big time recommended by Blerd By Nature Podcast for sure. So big thumbs up from both of us.
Yes, big thumbs up. Two thumbs up.
Yep, for sure. All right, so let's get back. We're closing the book on Love After World Domination special right off that. And then for preview for next review episode, we'll be back doing A Shot of Kurosake. We'll be back on our regular schedule with an anime review. This time we will be doing a classic that has found new life as a story continued on into so it had finally returned into the manga, and we decided to give some look back into an underrated anime in general. We're gonna be looking at Zatch Bell episode 1 and 2.
Nice.
Yeah. This is one of those hidden gems on the in the Toonami era of things like that. Everybody kind of know of the series, kind of low key, but like every time you see it around, you're like, ah, shit, I remember that Zatch Bell. So that's we're gonna be covering that. So if anybody got any comments or concerns, we got an email set up at blerdbynature@gmail.com, Facebook and Instagram at Blerd By Nature, Twitter at Blerd By Nature, nature spelled Nature. Co-host, hit us with the YouTube.
You can find us on YouTube by searching Blerd By Nature Podcast.
Yep. And we got other things cooking up. So currently, right now, we are in a Vault episode era now. So currently right now, as you'd hear us, our first Vault episode is out now, so you can hear back to our very, very first recording of podcasts hitting up to the levels of early time in the late 2020s when we started a podcast. If you want to hear when we was all trying to make it work, so Vault episode series is starting to drop now. We got those cooking out for you guys as of currently going on right now.
Oh snap! I just realized something.
What?
They got a double Power Ranger. They got double Power Ranger episode.
Yeah. Currently, if you see how our last uploads is, you'll see that we just recently we packed these days fully up. So if you've been on our case lately, we've dropped the TMNT episode. We've dropped a Vault episode showing off Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. We currently just dropped a Mega Force episode. So you guys got all the episodes to take your fancy right now. So we up to date on a whole bunch of stuff, and you guys got super content right now.
And you suffer along with us while we talk about it.
Yep, facts. So enjoy that. And then we putting out the call guest episodes. We gonna be working on that soon. We getting everything pieced together. Finally, I'm gonna be in contact with you guys, and we gonna get this shit working this month. We gonna hopefully we plan out for this month to start working on these on a guest episode to put out for you guys really soon.
Yeah, this month being September, so we don't know when you guys will hear this because scheduling and posting.
Yeah, exactly. Like, but we getting our shit together even stronger. We finally working out some technology and shit like that. So we gonna get shit to you guys.
Yep.
All right. So definitely check out our last uploads and everything. We got co-host. Do you got any last notes before I hit the outro?
Yo, you can hit the outro.
Yeah, this is Go Say approved apparently.
Yes, it is.
Or BG approved as well.
That's right, Gelato Gang on deck.
Facts. We's definitely Gelato 5. Freezing change for sure. So everybody, thanks for joining us today. From Black Thought to Nerd Power, this is Nicholas, Mr. Go With The Flow.
And this is the man with the plan, Maurice.
Alright, and this was another edition of the Blerd By Nature Podcast.
Thank you everyone for listening, and until next time, peace.